because we are dealing with sticks, we're dealing with weapons, you gotta have your shades on. It's very important. I can't stress that enough to you. Safety is the #1 thing in making sure that we become successful in martial arts, that we have fun in martial arts, and most importantly, you can't replace an eyeball, okay? Right? All right, so the first thing we're gonna do here is that he's gonna give me an angle 1. And he steps in and gives me an angle 1. There you go. And he goes, he steps in and gives me the angle 1. You see that? He doesn't feed the angle 1 short. I feed it short. He doesn't feed it there. That's not what I want. I want him to step forward and feed it there. Because that's the reality of what the stroke is going to look like. If I just stand here and I give him a shot like this, or I stop over here and he does a counter to that, it's once again not going to be realistic. So from here, what happens is as he goes for that, I'm going to go for a roof block that's going to look like this. Now the reason it's a roof block is because I'm creating a roof. Okay, that's the key thing. Let's watch it from the other side. As he gives it to me, I step in. Now he steps in, notice I step in. It's important to see that he steps in and I don't do this, I don't step back. Because if I step back, the stick is going to smash my hand. So when I'm over here, I get ready, I see, I step in and I meet him. Okay, that's why it's called the roof block. Now from this roof block over here, I'm going to feed him back an angle 1. All right, to which he does what we call an inside sweep. So let's see what that looks like. I'll reverse it this time. So he does the roof block. Now I do the inside sweep. Okay, let's do it again. He does the roof block, and I do the inside sweep. All right, that's the idea. So in Sumbrada, in the counter for counter range that we're showing you, we're in the medium range. We're in a range here in which my hand can touch his hand. If I wanted to counter him in the long range, go ahead, please give me an angle 1. Boom, I would just go there. We show you that in the Sumbrada drill to work the long range. But right now we're going to get a little bit closer because the counter for counter and that fast action is going to happen when we're in a little bit of a closer range in the middle range. Okay, so he goes, I will give you the first shot. So he does the roof block and then I do the inside sweep. Okay, that's step number 2. Let's look at it one more time. He does the roof block and then I do the inside sweep. Okay, so those are your first 2 moves to get down. Now, from this inside sweep, let's see where we end up. This is going to be the 3rd move. So 1, 2. Now from here, the most common counter from here would not be for me to go from here and hit him here, from here to go hit him here. You can see the open line is here to feed him an angle 4. Okay? So look at this. I start, I give him an angle 1 and he does a roof block. Now from here, look where he ended up. He ended up in an open position. So his next common shot is going to be to feed me back an angle 1. So you see that's where his natural counter is going to come from. So again, he goes roof block, and I do inside sweep. Now from here, the next one, I'm going to go to hit right over here and feed an angle 4. So that would be step 3. Now let's take a look and really quickly examine why is it that he's doing a roof block instead of an inside sweep when I'm giving an angle 1. That should be a common question for you, right? It has to depend on his position. So in weapons, we have 2 options we could be in. We can be closed, this is like this, or we could be open. That's the key thing. If you're open, it doesn't make any sense to go closed and then do a move. So for example, if he started out open, and I gave him an angle 1, he wouldn't go to do a roof block. It would be too late, okay? If he was open, because he was that way, he would do the inside sweep and then go to the angle 4. So what I'm trying to show you here is the reasoning behind why that works, okay? So clear on this side, please. So now this time, I'm going to be closed, and we're going to go to step 1, and he's going to feed the angle 1, to which I do the roof block, okay? Now, I'm going to come forward and give him an angle 1 myself, and he's going to do the inside sweep, all right? Now, there's the next opening. He's going to feed an angle 4. That's going to be step 3. So let's take a look and see what that looks like. Okay, so angle 1, 1, down. When he goes for the 4, I do what's called a drop stick. And I drop stick the shot right into the ground. So let's see that. You start, please, yeah? So 1, 2, drop stick. Now the reason I'm drop sticking is very important because I'm hitting his stick into the ground. If I take my leg away, I leave an opening on my other leg. So see what happens, what I mean by that. Okay, let's start it again. Okay, so here, here. Now if I do this, boom, he gets the leg. Let's see it from the other side. Okay, ready? Boom, boom. See, if I go to do that, even though I might hit the stick, he's still gonna get my leg, especially if he's holding a blade instead of a stick. I'm definitely gonna get really injured either way. So what I wanna really do is look at it, is when he goes, I take the roof, he comes in, and I shuffle my feet back, and I come to the inside, and I do a drop stick, and I hit his stick into the ground. There's no way for him to then counter me or go to my leg from that position. So let's see that again. So, bam, bam, bam. Okay? So that would be up to the 4 moves. Let's see it again. We'll count it. So he feeds an angle 1. I do the roof block. My next open counter is to give him an angle 1. He does the inside sweep. His next is to give me a 4, to which I do a drop stick. Okay? Now, if we reverse and see to you guys this way, we're here. Where is his opening? Take a look. His opening is right here. So my next move from here is going to be to thrust an angle 5. Okay? So let's do that again from the beginning. Go ahead. So, roof block, inside sweep, drop stick, and then I feed the angle 5. Alright? And now let's see what we're going to do to that. So I'll start it so you can see the change. Ready? Roof block, inside sweep, drop stick. Now he feeds me the angle 5, and there it is. I wing the block. I just deflect it with my stick first, then my hand is going to come in. Okay, that's going to be the next step. Let's take a look and see that again. Alright, so here we go. Roof block, inside sweep, drop stick, and then I just deflect it with my stick, and I bring my other hand in here to check. It's very important that I do that. Let's do it one more time. Roof block, inside sweep, drop stick, and I deflect. Okay, my hand comes in. Now, the next step from here, because I'm right here already, the opening is this side of his head. So from here, I'm going to come and feed him an angle 2. Okay, that would be the next open angle. So let's see what that looks like, and he's going to start to feed this time. Ready? So he goes, here's the roof block, inside sweep, drop stick, there's the deflection, then he starts to feed that over there. Now, from this point over here, when he goes to feed that, I have to zone off the line and take what's called a wing block like that, okay? And I use my hand first this time. So let's try it again. So roof block, inside sweep, drop stick here, and then I'm going to go off to the side. Okay, one more time. Roof block, inside sweep, drop stick out, and I go off to the side. But if you notice, everything we've done up until this point, the stick has touched first. Except for that one, my hand touches first because I'm so close, and my hand is close to the target already. See what I mean by that, okay? So he goes, see my stick and then the hand, stick and then the hand, stick then the hand, stick then the hand, now hand then the stick. The hand is the primary block and the stick deflects it. Okay, that's very important to see. So that are your first 5 moves. So let's see how that looks. Ready? We start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright? Once you've got that down, you know Sumbrada. And then what's the next thing? It changes, it just reverses. Then I feed the 5 angles. So then that's how we'll get the 10. Because see where we end up. So once he starts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now from here, at this point, this is the next free shot. And look where his position is. His hand is down. So he's in a closed position. So now he does the roof block. I do the inside sweep. There's the drop stick. There's the 5. Here we go. Bam. And now we start to do our Sumbrada flow. And that's your basic Sumbrada flow. That's how you're going to make that work. So as you can take a look, we broke it down for you, angle by angle, and once you get each of those angles down with the stick, then you rehearse the first 5, then you reverse the next 5, and now you have a flow of counter for counter. This is going to build your body mechanics, build your timing, and it's also going to help you with regards to your reflexes and line familiarization, and help you get better at counter for counter.